brought to you by 2K Sports on this very special Easter Sunday. Here we go. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. This is Kevin Harlan. We're in Georgia. The Hawks are playing before their hometown crowd here in Atlanta. And the dunk by Capella.
I mean, that's a nice find by Murray. He has the height to see the floor, and his awareness continues to grow.
Over in the corner, Banchero. In the corner, Bamba with it. Here's Poole, and he drops it in from the low post. A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, I spoke briefly with Nate McMillan. He's looking for his guys to put up a terrific performance tonight, especially at the defensive end. He said, we want to use our length and athleticism to protect the rim and make it hard for shooters to get clean looks. This is the first meeting of the season between these two. Guys, we'll see how it comes out.
Can't fault him for that, David. Thank you. Trying to take command of this game, Greg, using their defense as the catalyst.
Kevin, I love the approach. So many teams come in with an offensive mindset. These guys are flipping the script.
They look to get stops, but they also look to create some turnovers, which can lead to easy runouts. You see his length, the explosion, making sure of that one.
Well, this Hawks team can run into defensive issues. Don't have many perimeter stoppers, and the interior at times can be overwhelmed.
Now here's Paul, following the miss by Miles Bridges. Here's Banchero. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Now here's Bridges. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Williamson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And for Atlanta, Greg, on-ball defense can be a problem.
The team knows it's their weak spot. Have solid post defenders, great offense, but they'll be limited until they figure it out defensively. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And it's Capella missing.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
And finished off by Banchero.
When Banchero gets in tight, that's how he likes to finish. No layups for this big guy. He's all about the finish.
Bridges misses.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Poke loose. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. And Griffin slams it in.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And there's already a loyalty aspect to Banchero's makeup, starting with the tribute to the city he grew up in.
He literally takes Seattle everywhere he goes. You look at the tat on his right bicep. It has the Seattle skyline, Mount Rainier, the street he grew up on. In terms of his character, that indicates deep roots and a solid foundation he can build on.
Now, here's Banchero. He's playing a pretty big role for it at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Right now is their passing game, and it's been on point. Doing a great job of moving it around and getting the ball to their shooters.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Orlando Magic. They're leading by 8. Pass to Bull. Three-pointer. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Isaac touched it last.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
And it's the Hawks ball. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Williamson. It's tipped.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Kicks it out to Paul. A three-pointer is right on target. Paul's got 5 now.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
And so it's Orlando. Well, we hope you're enjoying your Easter as we are here, as we get underway once again. And for the Magic here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Alder. David.
Thanks very much. Orlando has a very young roster. Coach Jamal Mosley says, one thing I've said to them is dominate the simple. The more we can keep it simple, the better we'll be. Not overthinking things, just playing off instincts and reaction. Kevin, back to you.
A place to start. Makes a lot of sense. David, thanks. Pass to Wagner. Good ball movement here by the Magic. 4 on the clock. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And for Orlando, it's been a tough decade. We would agree on that. And Greg, they've only won 2 playoff games since 2012.
Well, they've only made the playoffs twice in that span as well. So they've got a lot of draft picks lined up in the next few years, and they need to make good on those high picks.
And Wagner has it in the corner. Out to the wing. And here is Suggs. And it's Wagner missing.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
McCollum, no good. Magic leading by 11. Wagner outside. Three-pointer. Freedom pulls it in.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
And Wagner over to help. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Dort. Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
And here's McCollum for 3. Rebound by the Magic. Here's Suggs. And he makes good on the layup. Suggs has got the lead up to 14 now for Orlando.
Raw speed helps Suggs out there, keeping him ahead of the defense on the fast break.
They set the pick. Here's McCollum. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Inconsistent with his offense.
The leadership of the NBA Players Association, Greg, has said they support expansion. And 2 cities, which seem to be the leading candidates, Seattle and Las Vegas. do you think?
Yeah, well, I love both. Had the good fortune of playing in both cities, and I love to see a team in my hometown. But bottom line, more teams means more jobs, and that's a sentiment I think most can get behind.
Yep, that one goes in there. Okongwu's now got his second basket of the game.
His assist numbers have grown. C.J. McCollum, pass on time.
Pass to Okiki. Suggs in the corner. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And stolen by Wagner. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Ross. And the jam by Ross.
Well, you know that Ross can throw it down. Nice one right there.
Ross with the steal. No one near Suggs as he lets it go. Buries the long-range jumper. Suggs has got 7.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Down low. And stolen by Wagner. Launches it. Okiki, no good. The Hawks trail by 20. Now Freedom uses the glass to finish the layup. Freedom's got his first bucket in this one.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And finished off by Wagner.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And it's Murray with the jam.
I'll tell you, DeJounte Murray puts a lot of pressure on your defense, whether it's in half court or in transition.
Wagner from long range. It's hauled in by DeJounte Murray. Here's Okongwu. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Franz Wagner.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Ball outside. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Orlando Magic with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we'll be back with you shortly. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Okay, time now for an injury report. And let's get an update now on Miles Bridges' injury. David, what's the news?
Well, guys, I was able to talk with Atlanta's head athletic trainer about his status. He informed me that the knee was bent slightly backwards and is indeed hyperextended, but that there does not appear to be any structural damage. This is never the way you want to lead off, but they have no choice. They still have to play the games. Kevin, back to you.
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it as always.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
And we're seeing that across all sports. Guys are just getting bigger, faster. The human body can take only so much.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And as incredible as Zion Williamson has been and is, the big problem, Greg, is keeping him ready to play. His health.
And there have been all sorts of opinions chiming in on whether he can play at a high weight. But the bottom line is something needs to happen to keep him healthy. He's lost too much time early in his career.
Here's Capella. Bamba with the block.
The main weapon in Bamba's attack, the slender, long arms he possesses, helps him block lots of shots.
Here's Capella. Capella draws the double. Pass to Williamson. Here's Dort. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Magic leading by 13. kicks it out to Paul. From downtown. Rebounded by Capella.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Atlanta shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And we all know about Zion Williamson's athleticism. Now he must continue adding to his game.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. Now we see more and more top prospects bypass college or even leave high school early to make 6 figures playing for G League Ignite. For many years, going pro at such a young age was something we only saw abroad, but that reality is now here. Kevin?
I like it too, David. The landscape is shifting, and I think for the better. Thank you for the report. Paul's shot is off.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. 3rd all-time in career assists, 2nd all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done.
Here's Williamson. Rebounded by Isaac. And so it's Paul bringing it up for Orlando. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
A true physical specimen. It's tough to keep up with Zion's athletic ability.
The Hawks have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And Paul gets it to go in. And Greg, what separates Paul from the other 2 guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
Orlando leading by 8. Over in the corner, Banchero. And stolen by Williamson. And it's Murray penetrating. Dort wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The ball. They set the pick for the 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. And it's Murray with the jam.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
To the inside. And finished off by Banchero.
And while they still have the lead, boy, was that important to keep it from shrinking.
Atlanta calls timeout. .119 left in the 3rd quarter. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Pass to Okogie. Now Suggs. Griffin with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Okongwu's running. Over in the corner, Williams. Now Suggs pushing it up. No one to stop him. There's 37 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Pass to Okogie. Shot clock at 5. And the jam by Ross.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And that one is good from Suggs.
And if he's knocking down threes with consistency, Suggs almost impossible to check.
Here's Griffin, and then Griffin with the dunk.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Here's Suggs. No good on the three. And so it's Orlando holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And the Hawks with possession here, trailing here by 8. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. To the paint, and stolen by Wagner. Here's Okogie. Pass to Suggs. Here's Okogie. Tries a 3. Rebounded by Capella. McCollum outside. Murray left side. It's McCollum on the wing. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Magic go the other way with it. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
And really good habits paying off for Suggs. He's finding shots and drumming up points for his squad.
Here's Murray going inside. Chalk up 2 there.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
And this is why Suggs was a top 5 pick. Jalen's got tremendous playmaking ability.
McCollum right side. Pass to Williams. Over Suggs. Walk for the new shot clock. Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Magic leading by 12. Knocked loose. And stolen by Murray. McCollum with the ball. Defended now by Wagner. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And it's the growth of Murray as a distributor has really proved to be a great point guard. There were questions about that early in his career.
And Greg, you can see it. Murray has really improved his passing.
He has a great sense of the court and spacing. Reads defense as well and can direct his teammates. Could see him being an elite passer in no time.
Here's Paul. He can't get that one. Murray with the defensive effort. The Hawks trail by 11. Pass to Williamson. A second chance effort. And the layup is up and in.
Next level strength and athleticism. Zion making his presence felt on the offensive glass.
Now Bamba. Back to Paul. And stolen by Williamson. Murray looking around. Outside Griffin. Outside Dort. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Williamson. The second effort. He takes it up and lays it in. Williamson's got 4 points this quarter.
I love how efficient Zion is. Dependable at picking smart shots to take. Yes, smart choice. I really like that play.
Murray outside. Mr. Williamson. Murray outside. Back to Williamson. It's deflected. Banchero with the ball. On the wing, Isaac. Orlando moving the ball around. To the wing on the left. Here's Bull. Drills it from outside. And now it's a 12-point Magic lead.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
And you got to like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Here's Griffin. Isaac with some nice D. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road.